morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to look at a bunch of little news stories which have come around for the Pokémon TCG. There's news, you need to know about it. So let's have a little bit of a chat about it, starting off with the Ultra Pro binders that have been revealed for Stellar Crown. Now, truth be told, these are fairly standard products. We get them every set. Except once, weirdly, there was that weird time, right, where Astral Radiance, I think it was Astral Radiance happened, and it must have been that the contract ran out and they couldn't renew it in time. I'm assuming that's what happened. And we had this weird thing where the portfolios were like full-on generic and didn't use the booster pack artwork. And it was super weird. But then they fixed it and it all seems right in the world again. But there was a weird thing that happened just for one set, when clearly the contract had run out and they had to go for super generic artwork and weren't allowed to use the booster pack art. But then they fixed it and they're back to normal. That was weird, but it's all right. We're back here. So, what have we got? Well, we've got booster pack artwork. We've got a 9-pocket and a 4-pocket binder. And the 9-pocket binder features artwork on the front of Terrapagos and artwork on the back of Lapras. And the 4-pocket binder features artwork on the front of Cinderace and artwork on the back of Galvantula. If you want to remember it, it's really quite easy. Essentially, the deal is that the main Pokemon in the set gets the front of the 9-pocket binder, and obviously the main Pokemon in this set is Terrapagos. And what I really, really, really like here is that we do just get a good look at the booster pack artwork. And the booster pack artwork is absolutely stunning. So if we go through them nice and quickly, here is your Cinderace compared to the booster pack. Here is your Galvantula compared to the booster pack. Here is your Lapras compared to the booster pack. And then here is your main dude, the Terrapagos, compared to the booster pack. And I just think this is brilliant. Now, in terms of the binders themselves, I'm not a huge fan. I prefer Dragon Shield binders personally. I think they give a better fit. I think your cards just work better in there. And certainly my main collections are all stored in, well, at the moment, they're basically all stored in Dragon Shield binders. But I tell you something for nothing. These binders, they are, or portfolios, or however you want to phrase it, they are really good for storing your cards in themed binders. They have wonderful artwork, which is just the booster pack artwork. And I just think they're neat, all right? I just think they're neat. So those are the new binders. What else has gone and happened? Well, we've got ourselves a new small 1-pack blister. And it features a Spaffra. Don't know who out there likes a Spaffra personally. I'm not a gigantic fan, but I'm sure some people out there do. And I kind of like to pride myself on bringing you, all of the news. So here I am, bringing you all of the news. Now, what we've got here is a 2-pack blister, and you get 2 packs, and you get a Spaffra. It's actually the really nice artwork of Spaffra, if anybody's wondering. Is it an essential? Oh, and a giant Sprigatito coin. Is it essential? No, frankly. It is absolutely not essential. It is the definition of inessential. It's a card we've already had. Now, as usual here, I'm going to give you my usual warning. There is a possibility that we actually get a different version of a Spaffra here. Whether that's, well, it would have to be basically foiled here. And if we get a foiled oh no, it's already foiled. It was a rare. It's a different foiling. That's what we're looking for here. This is the one from Paradox Rift by T-Zero. Love the artwork. Essentially, the question here is, are we getting a different foiling? If we do get a different foiling, then this actually becomes a really cool promo, one that is absolutely worth picking up and I would recommend highly. If we don't get a different foiling here, then it's literally just 2 packs and a random rare Spaffra from, it's not a valuable card by any stretch of the imagination, just the one that came around in Paradox Rift. So that's essentially where we are. I wish I could give you a better answer here, but this is one where we really need to wait and see what happens with the foiling. If it's a different foil, these are awesome. If it's not a different foil, it's a hard skip. In terms of the card, when you evolve into it, you may prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon to this Pokemon until the end of your opponent's next turn. And it does 140 if Tulip is in your discard pile. It's fine. It's certainly fun in a limited format and a pre-release and all of that, although they were obviously a long time ago at this point. But in terms of actually having a good card for the current metagame, for standard format, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it is, I think it's fair to say, a little bit disappointing. But there is one more cool thing that we need to have a little bit of a look at, and that is over in Hong Kong and Taiwan, we've got ourselves a new product. And it is awesome. It is, well, it's kind of what I showed you the other day, honestly. It is a new box which is coming out, and you get some packs of Stellar Miracle, which is lovely, but they've shown us what the promo card is here. It is a stamped Zeraora. The Zeraora I showed you the other day, incidentally, the illustration rare. Generally speaking, remember, the deal is that an illustration rare which goes in the set for us won't be a promo, and if it's a promo, it won't go in the set. Not 100% sure if that is the case for Hong Kong and Taiwan. We'll have to double check that. But either way, it's an easy way to get the Zeraora. Now, this is one that I showed you the other day because we got the card and we got the lovely illustration rare. And I like the card. It does 20 damage and it also does 20 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And I told you that I kind of like this because you've got Electric Generator to get the second energy on there. Not, you know, for the entire game or anything like that, but kind of a little one-off. I like it. And it's a basic Pokemon. So your opponent can just not put Pokemon on their bench, but that's fine. They're deliberately hurting their own setup to hurt me. And I'm totally okay if my opponent wants to, you know, slow themselves down to try and spite me. That is fine. I am totally okay with that. And I like it kind of as an early game, like a turn one going second, hit an Electric Generator, decent damage. I like it as a card which makes my opponent not want to bench Pokemon. And honestly, even as we get later on into the game, I just like the idea of having a Pokemon. You know, if my opponent's got a full bench, this is 2 energy, 120 on a basic Pokemon. Yes, obviously, there's going to be times where 120 isn't enough, which is a little bit annoying. And the fact that it doesn't get enough on, say, Pidgeot, even with weakness, is kind of annoying. But as a 2 energy attacker that's a basic Pokemon and has not terrible energy acceleration, I'm going to be honest with you, I could get behind this one. I think this is a cool card. Plus, of course, the illustration rare here is just absolutely stunning. It's a fantastic card. It's absolutely brilliant. And I'm a big fan of it, honestly. I think this is one of those cards that a lot of people are going to be trying to get. And over in Hong Kong and Taiwan, this is available. Although while we're here, I do need to just remind you one more time that this is not the only card, or the only product, or however you want to pronounce it, which is actually coming out for this set if you're over in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Because they've also got the Pokemon Horizon set, which is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Because it's got a brand new... Well, okay. It's got a new Fuecoco in quotation marks. It is a new Fuecoco, don't get me wrong, but it is an alternate art of an existing card. So it is new, and I stand by that. But it is also a card we've seen before. It's just new artwork. Same with Sprigatito. Obviously very much using artwork from the anime. That shouldn't surprise anyone. And then you've also got a Jumbo Terrapagos and Friends, which, if it were legal, it's not. If it were legal, would be one of the most busted cards you've ever seen. It does 100 damage for each of your Pokemon in play. It's ridiculous. But there's no way we ever get like a proper legal version of it because of the aforementioned. It's absolutely ridiculous. Cool card though. So frankly, I'm going to be honest with you. I really love what Hong Kong and Taiwan are doing for the release of this set. I'm a little bit jealous. I really want those Horizon cards. We are getting the Zeraora, but we're not getting the stamped version. And by now you should know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man that likes a good stamp. Right, that's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these things you're excited about. Tell me what you're going to be picking up. Tell me what you're going to be looking to grab. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Good us. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely James Siapinski, who is a very lovely person and has been supporting us for a while. So shout out for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.